Let's discuss this real quick. Right here, 50, 20, 20, and right here was 10. And now you guys are looking at the exit. If it breaks through that, right?
Yeah.
Or, of course, once you broke your trend line, you guys already knew you were in trouble, right? This is why I said draw this trend line. But I want you guys to think about this trade, right? You guys got in, I don't know where it was, way back, right here. Can you guys all see this? Every one of these, right? This whole area is where all of you guys made your money. 50, 20, 20, 10. I want you guys to think about that. You guys had a great trade. You guys did a good job. You got in when you were supposed to. You shed where you were supposed to. If you listened today, if you guys were part of that live Apple chat or listening to the discussion that was live inside of here, you made this a correct trade. This stuff will change your life, this kind of trade, because if you did it one time, now you understand, right? So a couple things have happened, especially if it was your first time. Number one, now you know you can trust the system, which is the biggest thing, right? That's the biggest thing. Do I trust it or not? That's number one. Number two, you then held the confidence to actually follow the rules. Now you trust the rules. So we trusted the entry. Now we're starting to trust the 2-minute EWO. Now we're starting to trust why we have the rules in place. Number three, you gained confidence as the trade went on. The reason is because every time you collected. Now you already knew that no matter where it came back to, you have made money today. So now where you might not normally have a green day, you have insured to make sure you had a green day, right? That's another one. You start to add all these things up. And the beauty of this trade today is, especially if it was your first time, now you know next time to do the same thing. Now listen, maybe next time it doesn't work as flawless as this. Maybe you get burned on the first two of the EWO, but then the third one runs. Listen, you must follow the process. You must trade the trades, right? And allow it to run, right? You have to. You have to allow these trades to work. Don't be impatient. Don't start adding your own flavor to it, right? It works. It works.
Mark.
Don.
There we go. How are you, bud? I'm loving the background. Hey, did you steal that?
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you get that? What's up, man?
Well, I was trying to do it on my iPad. It kept looping the link, so I had to go onto my computer. Well, I don't have a green screen, so I had to take one.
Dude, that is awesome. I love that. I should switch mine over to that. I kind of have us with that in the background already, so it's kind of doubling. But so, you know, the reason I wanted you to come on the show is because you're having an amazing year, and we're all front and center, and we're witnessing it. And James, we'll get you up here in a little bit, baby. Let me just do this one-on-one real quick. James is always in the backstage, boy. He don't miss a beat.
Sick of looking at James. I don't need any more old people up here. One old person's enough. Go away, old man. Go find somebody younger.
But yeah, Mark, I mean, you are doing extremely phenomenal. And I personally was curious as to how that's affecting you mentally. Like when you go into your trades now, what is your confidence level like now that you have been consistent with that?
I don't know. I still feel like an imposter sometimes, you know, but
still?
Nah, not so much like I used to be, because it's getting more commonplace, you know, than it was, you know. And even then, when I felt the imposter syndrome, I mean, I was making a lot less money then. But no, I think I just found my groove. I found the trading strategy that I enjoy doing the most. right? You know, there's many that coach educates us on, right?
Yeah.
But I like to break and hold above the 9 or below the 9, depending on what, you know, going long or going short. So I like that break and hold. A lot of times it turns into an EWO, but we won't go there. And
I noticed that you're scalping on the 2 minute.
Yes, that's another thing. That's just recent. That's in the last, I don't know, a couple weeks. Why does this make it look like I'm not looking at you? I don't know. I don't care about it anyway. Camera's off center from what I'm looking at here. All right.
Oh, it's all good.
There we go. Yeah, it's a recent thing. I did it by accident to start with. And other members are pointing out, hey, you're scalping, but you're on a 2 minute chart. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it kept happening because we were doing with Ange was pushing, trying to help us go EWO, get people back on track on doing that because, she's a scalper, I'm a scalper, basically, right? And other people are too. Just trying to get us on the proven technique that 99.999876483.2% of everybody should be doing anyway. And that's the coach's 2 minute EWO trading strategy. So I just had all my charts automatically set to 2 minutes. And then I would get into scalps and then, sharing my screen. People, oh, you're on a 2 minute chart. Why are you doing that? I thought you're supposed to be on a 1 minute. I'm like, okay. Well, I just found that, I'd be in a trade and it helped calm me down a little bit. So should you be using a 2 minute? Well, I guess it don't really matter what chart you use as long as you're using it, right? Who am I to say?
I feel like if you're skilled, especially at the level you are at this point, nobody's going to argue with that. It's like if it helps you stay in the trade a little bit longer, because I've heard you were frustrated at yourself for jumping out of trades too early.
Yeah.
And coach is always saying if once you're in the trade, it's better to move to a higher time frame. So that's all you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who trade on the 3 minute and higher, right? Just depends on what you like. So
I've
the trade on the
15 minute.
Yeah, there's people do the 30-second, 15-second and all, and I don't like that at all, but that's me. And if it works for you, well, so what? Go ahead and use it. Who am I to say again, right? So what the heck is this in the background? I got to move my iPad. It's driving me nuts.
You're going through it.
I can see something back there behind me. I don't know. These fake backgrounds leave a lot to be desired as far as
it's the blurred out logo on a chart.
What do you have, a green screen behind you now?
I do.
Oh, because that looks a lot better and it's nice, sharp, and crisp. It looks a lot better.
Well, it's weird. Jen helped me out. Your favorite helped me out.
She is my favorite. Hi, Jen. You're my favorite.
She told me to drape the green screen over the back of my chair and it would stop weirding me out so much. Yeah. And it worked. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you can tell the differences between me and you, with this fake background. This thing's picking up all kinds of garbage. Move over a little bit.
If there's anything in your background, it'll pick it up and it'll make you weird. So I'm like,
okay. Well, I'm already weird, so there we go. No, I like to break and hold below the 9 or above the 9, depending which way I'm going, right, up or down. And it's pretty much what I stick with now, right? And I just kind of, I don't know, I just adopted it and it's working for me. So that's what I'm doing, I'm still scalping. I am trying to, by using the 2 minute, which came about by accident, wasn't a purposeful thing. And also then we got these fidget spinners, right?
I know, right?
All kinds of them.
You still have the big steel one?
I got this one too. It's got the little claw things on it, little hook things.
Nice.
But anyway, I do sit here and spin these all the time now. But that's what's working. I kind of, am I going to stick with a 2 minute? Probably. Well, for now I am. It's working, right? I'm staying in.
If it ain't broke.
Right. And I will switch once in a while if I'm getting closer, getting in a tight place where, indicators and the critical levels, but I just leave it alone anymore and it's working. I don't see where it's been a detriment to me yet as far as that goes. Now, when I'm trading 100 contracts, I still stayed on the 2 minute. I mean, I really did. It does help because I'm watching the candle movement itself. Okay. So when that candle, if you know, it's pulsating or it's going straight down or straight up. As soon as that candle quits moving, I'm giving it a second, and then after that, I'm out, right? Lock in the profits, kind of thing, right? Especially if the L2 is not showing where it wants to draw anymore.
Right.
So when I'm doing energy stocks like oil and, you know, those type of things, or metals like gold or, you know, gold or platinums have been my favorite lately. It's less expensive than gold to trade, and it's just been moving like crazy. Made a pile of money off of it every day almost anymore.
During the day, what's a platinum contract run?
I don't know, $1,600 maybe. Does that sound right?
I got it so right about 160 in a micro, basically.
Probably, yeah. I don't know my sheet. Here it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention anymore. Well, my old chart here, platinum, yeah, it's probably 1,600 something, 3,800 at night versus gold was like 16,000, right? So I can buy more with less risk of my total margin account, right? So if I buy 100 contracts of gold, that's a heck of a lot of money. So
yeah, that was my next question. That was my next question because David discussed. He's always discussing on the weekend how he feels, and you might have heard him about sizing up, right? Which I don't blame him. You know, it can get you itchy and scratchy. But with you, are you pretty much comfortable with 100 contracts at this point?
Yeah, actually I am. Now, am I gonna just kind of sit back and relax and let her do an EWO? Have I got that overly comfortable to be able to do that? No, I haven't arrived at that part. I will. I mean, I'm not watching my P&L, so, but just to let it go. I haven't done that yet because I'll watch it. Now with the 2 minute, I'll let it go longer. I may be in it 4-6 minutes, maybe now, you know, the candles. But as soon as that candle, you know, so I'm going up and it's doing one of these things, it comes up here and it stops. I'm like, I'm locking that in and jump back in, right? Because, you know, you're running 100 contracts. That's, you know, you're talking like oil. That's what, $1,000 every dollar that oil moves up, right? You're doing 100, you know? So you're talking $10,000 at a time, right? For every dollar. It's the same way when it pulls back, you know.
Holy crap. No wonder.
And so the 100 contracts, you know, you're talking 10 grand, $1 every dollar, every
dollar. You guys hear that? Every dollar it moves, that is $10,000 for every dollar.
I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every penny is $10. It's $1,000
for a penny.
$10 per penny movement. So I thought it was a dime movement. Ain't no wonder I made so much money. I didn't pay attention.
So oil, do you get like oil runs one tick at a time, right?
Yeah. Oil goes up a penny at a time. Every penny it goes up, that's $10. So you got 100 of them at $1. 100 times 10 is what?
That's 1,000. Yeah.
Okay. Times 100. That's how much?
10,000.
There you go. For every dollar.
Nice.
You know. You know, Sunday night. Was that last night? Sunday night?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got in because of the conflict overseas and the news and the things that happened over the weekend. We were all loaded for bear, and I told everybody what I was going to do before I did it. And I went in with 100 contracts. I was in for 28 seconds and made $295,000. It's like unreal. It was unreal. I mean, I had no clue. I was totally clueless until I went and looked at because it went up so fast.
Right.
I had my chart scrunched out because we could see on the L2 it was already up $5 or $4, whatever it was. I think $3 or $4. The L2, the orders were lined up higher than what the last price was, the closing price was on Friday. And these are orders that are placed. Of course, they're not real orders until this market opens and they execute. So I mean, it just, I had my chart scrunched down for that reason, but I didn't have it down enough. And it went up, what did it go up? $5? Something like that. Went up to $78. I think it was, maybe it was $4 it went up. But anyway, it went clear off my chart. And then I freaked out because I couldn't tell where it was at. I'm like, people
so
are like,
basically you made $10,000 every second.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Whatever.
$10,000
I didn't figure
a
that
second.
much.
People, wrap your mind around that. Think about hourly raise, $10,000 a second.
Well, I hollered out. I'm like, I can't see it. It's off my chart. And I was afraid to take my finger off the button and move, because I got my mouse over my buys and sell buttons. I don't move it. All I do is just move my hand just a fraction one way left or right because I'm not removing it. 100 contracts. I ain't coming over here fooling around, looking around, right? I'm like, I can't see somebody says, it's up to $78. I hit click. And I'm like, I'm out. I still didn't see it on the chart until after it was done. And I think I was like 77. I lost a dollar's worth of profit, on the movement, which was, like you said, $10,000, but or whatever.
So let's take new traders back to where you started from. You started doing the 2-minute EWO. I mean, I'm talking about you
still
started
a believer
doing
in it. Yeah. First full year, I did a 2-minute EWO every single day trading stock options. Worked so well, I quit doing it after a year. I don't know why. Life was less stressful that way. Made more money that way, right? But then I got into scalp. Will I ever do options again? Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Really? I thought you said we're gonna play around with it.
Well, I thought about it, but I'm like, meh. Why? I can do 100 contracts. I don't have, if it pulls back on me, and it goes right back up, I get all my money back. And I don't get that with the options, right? So can I make more probably with the same money? Yeah, but
slightly curious about SPX.
Yes, I am, actually. I am. But I don't have the money in my trading account. I mean, not that I can't transfer money.
I'm starting to say you don't have money. You can't.
No,
use
I don't
that.
have money. I don't have money in my stock account to trade.
I gotcha.
Options.
Okay.
I do have money in there, but it's nothing. Just minimal.
Not like that.
Because I took everything out of there. Well, I only took 700, but I kept paying my bills out of that money for the longest time. So I've made a couple thousand over the last couple of weeks playing around over there. But yeah, I don't have I can, with a click of a button, I can take money out of my futures account and put it in there. And I may do that. I haven't even looked at SPX yet or, even watched it for the day or anything. So, but yeah, I am kind of curious, but I don't know how. If I was that curious, I think I would have done it already. I'm just not.
Right.
I just love the futures. I just not having to deal with the Greeks. To me,
it's
and that an instant cash settlement, that is just huge. Those two things alone is just why I love it so much. And I could care less whether I trade a stock option again, as long as I live. I really do. I am. I can tell you about them. I mean, I did them for 2 years straight. I don't miss them. I got over there in futures and I was just like, this is heaven. I'm staying here. And, they all have their advantages and disadvantages. Don't get me wrong. And, but now, I'm leaving. Basically, what I'm doing now is leaving. I haven't really refined it yet, but I'm going to leave 2, maybe 3 max, probably 2 of my week's earnings in there every day. So after every week, I'll pull out, the third week's backs earnings and pull that out and then trade, and just keep doing that every week, drops off. But then I got to keep track. So I have too much money in there right now. And but it's all right. I can trade whatever I want. I don't even look at what how much the margin is. I don't care anymore. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's enough in there. I don't have to even worry about it. So it's a lot in there, but it's all coming out eventually. So it doesn't matter.
That is sweet. What is your advice for new traders that are just starting out, that are hearing your success and thinking, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to do what he's doing?
Do what coach says to do. Go start trading stocks. If you wanted to learn to trade stock options, learn to do that. Crypto, if you want to do that, whatever. Start out at the beginning. The coach has laid out a pathway to success. You have to embrace it. You got to put the time in. Can you just come into futures and learn how to do it and be successful? Yeah. But you'd be a lot further ahead to put the time in, do the apprenticeship, right? Put the time in, learn the basics, because that's how I'm able to do what I am because of the VIP Gold program and learning all of those things, getting that extensive training, right? Much as I'd love to have everybody come over to futures, and you can, I can't stop you. You know, if you don't ever trade a day in your life, you want to come to futures, we'll train you up, right? We're going to teach you the same thing Coach teaches us. That's what we do. But you would be actually further ahead to learn to trade stocks, get into pre-market also eventually after you learn to do the basics, listen to the sound of Coach's voice, get that training, get your education on, and go from there. Get that VIP Gold and go from there. We'll actually get the diamond, obviously, would be the best way to do it. But you get that VIP Gold portion of the education because that's really extensive, really deep dives into things. And get your training on it and just take your time. Don't be in a hurry, right? There's no reason to be. You know, this is my third year, right? Started with, you too, right? Both of us started the same week, basically. So, we're just now entering into our third year. So we've still got a lot to learn yet, right?
Yeah.
Am I more successful this year? Well, yeah, quite, right? So it's mind blowing, especially today.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. I really am. It is amazing.
I was kind of mad. Well, not mad, but I really did kind of care. But I wanted to get that 6, right? I wanted to have that number 6 in front of with the 2 zeros after it today. But I did. And, we had to go live.
Yeah.
I was going to do it. I'm like, what's the point, right?
You know what? I had the thought. I'm like, you're so close to it. No.
I know. But, I was going to. I did actually, and I ended up with a red trade, the first one I did. And I'm like, that's it. And I did one more trade, basically got that all back. So a few dollars more, but so I was right back to where I was. I'm like, nah, this anyway. Plus we had to go live anyway with the futures program. So I have my own obligation. We have our obligations we got to meet as moderators. So that's more important than what the exact number is. But to go to where I'm at now, trading 100 during the day, right? Obviously I'm not doing that. I can do it. Can I? Some I can. Some I can trade 100 in off hours, but not like gold. I can't. It's too expensive. But I started out doing micros, and that's the way you should do.
It's $700 you started with. That's insane.
Yeah, with my account, right? Yeah, now it's a lot.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, I am very open with the paid members on my P&L every day. I talk to them, and part of me doesn't want to anymore just because people focus on that number that I'm able to produce now because I have the bank account. And the old adage, it takes money to make money, is true, right? The more you have, the more you can make, more you can put on the line, more risk you can take, more money you can make, right? Risk reward. Right. But it's not any different than starting with one micro. You have a little bit. You keep doing that successfully every day. Then now you can afford 2. Well, now you just doubled the amount of money or loss that you can make in the same amount of time, trading the same way and trading the same thing, right? And you add that third micro. Now you're making 3 times. You're making 300% of what you were doing one. And you get to 5, now you're 5 times. So it's all relative, right? And that's how you build your account. That's how I built my account. That's how everybody else, Ange, built her account the same way, right? And eventually you get to the minis, and that's where you really, the money starts pouring in. Yeah. But it's 10 times the amount. It's like doing 10 micros. It's still relative, but you also lose 10 times the amount. So you got to be careful. It's not a, get rich quick scheme at all. If you suck trading stocks, you're going to suck trading futures. If you suck trading stock options, you're going to suck trading futures. If you don't get that basic education from Coach to start with and go through it, they don't hand out 4-year college degrees your first day as a freshman in college, do they? Even though that's your goal, that's where if you pay the money you're going to end up at. That's not how it works. You got to go through the 4 years of the college to get it, right? To get that degree. So you have to earn it and put the time in, put the effort in, put the studying in, right? So why would you expect a stock education, investing education to be any different? So So
Yeah,
just go through it and be patient. It is. It really is. So that's my whole thing. Just and and people hear, and then I show them what I've done for the day, and then the stars. Oh, that's wondering. Oh, that one. And it just it encourages people, but yet I'm worried that if I just double, I can do that now, right? And I don't want that to happen, right? I don't want people thinking I'm just going to go all in and go for it. That I could do that too. That's not how it works, right? So you got to build up incrementally and get a good strategy that works. And EWO is the way to go. Am I doing EWO? No, not per se, right? I should be. I've tried. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I love how it works, and I've proven over and over and over again that and I showed my chart, every one of them. We walked through it. I'm like, listen, I scalped this EWO like 6 times on the way up instead of letting it run. But each time I jump out, you got to reevaluate. Do I still want to enter this trade? That takes a few seconds of time, right? Not to mention your current transaction costs, but that's neither here nor there. And I've shown almost time after time after time I would have doubled my money had I just played EWO and let the runners run and stay in. A couple times it was like 40% more I would have made if I just played EWO instead of jumping in and out scalping.
Look, I'm going to tell you, Jen and I have this debate quite frequently anymore because she wants to scalp. She thinks just like when we practice, she's like, okay, I just want to take it. You know what I mean? I'm good with that. I just want to take it. Whereas I'll sit in it longer, right? And I told her, I said, when you finally do this, when you finally get this right, you're going to kick some ass, because she is, I think, a lot like you are in the fact that once she sees what she wants to see, she gets out of there if it looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Yeah. Me, I tend to let it breathe a little bit, especially if I'm already in the money. But I'll be honest with you, the times where I have made money and made it kind of consistently was when I scalped, and I thought about that a lot over the past couple of weeks. So I'm still, evolving. I like trading on the 15-minute. That's a strategy I've been using lately just to slow me down, because I don't trade as much as I used to because I'm editing now. So I put that on so that I can, if I'm in a trade, I can edit and glance at it. You know what I mean? I let the first 15-minute candle go, then I let the second one kind of show me which way. Is it continuing though? Okay, I'll go ahead and get in it, and I'll just glance over and I'll be editing my video. I got my stop in there, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, I mean, you got to find what you like doing. I like scalping. I like to get in. Because if you lock it in, now you got it. It's banked, right? It's not profit until you bank it. When I first started doing this break and hold above or below the 9, and I'm like, man, this is working out good for the way I trade, my style, the way I like to trade, right? Is there a wrong way? Not really. I mean, if it works for you, who am I to say, right? And I had that discussion with Coach. He's like, is it working? I'm like, yeah. And he says, and then what are you worried about? Like, okay, you got a point, right? So I use that same thing on everybody else. Is it working? Yeah. Well, what's the problem, right? I'm pulling into cash every day. What's the problem? So, I just come in and trade every day. If the market's going to give me the money, I'm going to take it as much as I can, right? And I like the London market now, that 3 a.m. market.
I've heard you say that.
Yeah, because I can get in there because as a moderator, I got to be somewhere at 8:30, right? So basically from 8:30 on, I can't trade per se, right? It's not that I couldn't, but I don't feel that I should necessarily. We do trade together, right? I mean, we're not telling each other when to buy or sell, but we are talking through trades in the futures live Zoom. And that's part of the privileges of membership. But we're all sometimes trading different things. So, but we do walk through trades on a regular basis and talk about them. But so if it works, here's my reasoning why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? But they
did switch the margin up on ES. It's for a micro, it's 117 now instead of 144 or 145.
Oh, they dropped it back. I heard somebody say so. Did they drop the? Yeah, I mean,
I did. That was me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yep. I mean, I keep wanting to. I was going to redo the chart this weekend because I haven't updated it since May.
But N2K stayed the same.
Yeah, they don't change every one of them.
Okay.
It's here. It's here. The indices, they don't change all that much as some of the other ones, but
oil came down.
That is tied to, they have to buy, the margin is set basically, oversimplified, they buy bonds. So, you know, gold is whatever how much gold is, right? Well, for them for you to buy a contract, they buy a bond to insure themselves. That way, if the money gets lost, they're not out of money, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how the margins are set. Okay, well, the cost for that bond for us to allow you to trade it, here's what it costs. So it ain't costing them a dime, basically, if you want to look at it that way. So unless everybody keeps defaulting, then I guess their bond rates would go up. But that's how that. So if it's not as volatile, I guess it doesn't cost as much to insure it, right? With a bond kind of thing to back it up. So, but yeah, just find what works for you. You got to put in time. There's no shortcut. I don't care who you are. Been doing this for 2 years, 3 years now. 2 years with stocks and options, now with with futures since. Well, I started paper trading in October, but I looked it up the other day. My first trade was November 22nd with real money, because I paper traded for a little over 3 weeks. So between that now you know. What's that?
I said, speaking of crypto, I don't know. Can you guys see that?
Sort of.
I found my ledger. Before I even got into American Dream Trading, I bought a Model T ledger for a cold crypto wallet. And I never
okay.
Because I never got into crypto. Because I remember mentioning it to you, and I said I don't know where it is. Mm-hmm. And I cleaned my cave out the other day and found it. So
there you go.
Never used. Straight in the package. Anybody want that?
You have to do some update, make sure it still works. It probably does. You just have to update it. That's all.
See if Coach wants to throw it in his merch store. But
I mean, there's no shortcut, just as well as I do. There's no, and that's the other thing. Me sharing what I make, sometimes people are thinking, "Oh, I'm going to futures. That's so I can make money there." Well, if you're stuck over in stocks, if you suck in stock options, there ain't no sense leaving there until you master it, because you're going to suck when you come to futures.
That's it.
If you suck, you just suck. If you suck, you just suck.
And with the margin being the way it is, and you can go in and out, you do. I remember Ralph telling me, "Be careful not to overtrade." I'm like, "Oh, there's no way I'm going to do that." Well, I fell into that for a couple weeks until I pulled myself together and was like, "Okay, you can't do that." Treat it just like
I still do that. I tend to do that when I make a lot of money in a day. I get more liberal with my entries. I'm not. I have a break and hold. I want that confirmation candle. Well, a lot of times I get a nice cushion build up for the day. Yeah. All right. I'm up 10,000. What if I lose 1,000? Whoopee ding. Right. It's just profit, right? It's not that I lost money. It's profit I'm giving. And you can get a cavalier approach about that, right? It's not real money.
Which warned us about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can develop a gambler's mentality. And I look at my red trades when I do lose. It's a lot of that is because I get a little less picky about my entries, right? And I'll try to game it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I have a rule: if I have 2 red trades in a row, I get up, walk away. Even if it's just walking around, even if it's just walking down around the basement a couple of laps, right? A lot of times I'll go upstairs and get a cup of coffee, whatever, come back. I'm not gone that long, and just I get up. So I have to watch that too, because I can fall into that very easily myself, right? Because it is there. It doesn't matter what the investment vehicle is. The same problems exist with all of them. And the problem is me, right? That's the problem. This is what I got to deal with, is me.
Right.
The way I think, the way I trade. Do I want to follow coach's rules? Do I trust my indicators? Do I trust my training? Am I making wise decisions? Where's my critical levels that I have charted out? Do I have my critical levels charted out? All the things that coach teaches us every single day. I try to do my best to impart that with people in the room, because coach is not in our room, right? He stops in once in a while, but he's not in there actively teaching our futures or our crypto group, right?
Yeah.
But all the principles 100% apply. There's nothing different. Trading futures as there is trading stocks. The same rules, same principles apply. So,
and he's got
well,
you
I'm
and
not the
Ange.
only one. Ange and Ralph,
You
and
and
you
Ange,
know, we have
Ralph,
other experienced
Doug.
traders in there too that all help. And Doug's really good with the technical and the trouble in the software. He's a very good teacher also. So we're very fortunate to have a good group of people in there that teach well, that can convey. You know, Ange is an excellent teacher. So is Doug and Ralph. You know, they're all, just put them all together. They're just awesome. It really is. I learned stuff from every one of them. I mean, everything I know about currency, I learned from Ralph. Really, you know, he's kind of our. Well, he's a forex trader at heart, right? That's how he kind of got started, and
he always has been.
Yeah, and that applies to our futures trading currencies. So I've learned a lot from him. I didn't know a lick about that when I first started. So, and over time, I trade a euro all the time, the Australian dollar on a regular basis. So it's part of my portfolio of trading now. So I can trade. You know, it's the old adage: a chart's a chart's a chart. If you can trade a chart, you can trade any chart, right? If you understand what's going on. So anyhow, again, futures is my jam. I love it. I know you never say never, but I'll never trade a stock option again. I just love this. I don't, instant settlement, no Greeks. If I make a mistake and poor entry, well, I just, if it goes up, I make money. If it goes down, I lose the same amount of money. So it comes right back. I get that money back. So it's very appealing to me. May not be for everybody, right? So do we have people come in, members come in and blow up their accounts? We most certainly do, right? Why? Because they don't listen to coach's rules, right? So, oh, there's that old guy.
James, you got anything you want to ask Mark before we get out of here?
Oh, I'm sure I come up with something. I know he's got answers he hasn't used yet.
You got that right.
How'd you do today, bud?
I did good. 3.6% of my account.
Wow.
Oh, look at
Holy
you.
Holy cow. Very good.
It was a challenge because I really, really, really wanted to hammer it this morning. I did do some contracts. I only did 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, really, really wanted to hammer it. I did. But it felt a little revengey. So.
Yeah. You're trying to get all your account back in one day, right? That's hard to resist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I can imagine on your level, Mark, too, because, you lose $10,000. It's nothing for you to just be able to get that same amount back. But that's what people have to realize. It's the same process that you guys are doing with smaller amounts of money. He has just perfected that,
Well,
it's just
logistics. When I lost $8,000 in one trade that one day.
I remember.
Back in the day. Yep. I was curled up in a ball for 3 days. Now I lose that, and I'm like, dang it. All right, I'll get it back.
That's what you said.
That's how far you coming, right?
Yeah. I'm like, whatever, 10K, whatever. Love it. Love it.
I mean, but it's mind-blowing. I would never in my life say, oh, yeah, all right, yeah, well, I just lost 10,000. All right, I'll get it back. That's just,
That's the level you're on. You're in a different world. You're living in a different world now.
And again, when I say I lose 10,000, that is profit. I haven't lost 10,000 of my base. When I start, remember, that's what happened to be my very first trade of the day, which that usually doesn't happen because I'm really picky on my first trade of the day, right? So if I do
recommend, be picky on your first trade.
Be picky on all of them. You have an entry criteria. Stick to it. Don't compromise that. And that's what happens. I'll do that sometimes because I got a big cushion. It's not like, oh, I got all this money, I could risk it. I just do that subconsciously, right? I get a little lax, and you pay the price for it. You give it up, right? So doesn't matter what.
Long mentality.
Where's my discipline come from? I have no discipline.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I'm a boomer. We're born with it. It's getting smacked in the head when you was a little kid. Get out of the garden, pull them weeds. Get out there, do this. It's the way you're raised.
DNA.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
he smacks himself in the back of the head now.
Yeah, right. It's
probably got a
for
little
as far
lever
as
on the side of the
yeah.
cherry, just pulls it and it goes.
Yeah. I mean, it's experience and time. That's the greatest teacher, right?
Absolutely.
You know, coach can talk to his blue in his face until we want to listen to him. I wish I had a do-over. I could have all that money I lost in my first year or two, right? Breaking coaches' rules. You know, I mean, that's pales in comparison to what I'm doing now, but still, you know, it was a painful first year or so, right? Till I started getting better every over time. But that dealing with loss and dealing with getting hunkering down and sticking to your entry criteria, that comes with time and experience, right? So I know I sound like a boomer, but it's true, right?
It is.
It's one thing to know what a 2-minute EWO is, but it's another thing to go actually do it and sit in it and watch it breathe and go up and go down on you as it climbs up. You know, to sit there and have the intestinal fortitude to allow that to work, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably why I'm a scalper. That's why I'm a scalper, because I have none of that.
Yeah, the patience, you know what I mean? So I completely get it, you know? But that's a thing that, you know, new traders have to learn is to find out who you are, what's your style. You know, if you have the time to sit in it, that might be your forte, the 2-minute EWO. It's the best thing you can start out with, which is trading smaller stocks on a 2-minute EWO. You got something that's not going to, you know, lose you a ton of money, small position sizes, and, you know, that's your ticket. That's your entry. Jen's like, I want to start with options. I'm like, no, you don't. You want to start with stocks and take your time, 2-minute EWO. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I think that would be a question I'd have for you, Mark. You know, forget the dollar amounts. What was your biggest confidence booster? What really just helped you get along and keep going?
2-minute EWO, knowing that it works, proving that it works. Why ever wanted to become a scout? Well, the reason I became a scalper is because I ended up in the pre-market, and that's what you do. You know, once I got a hold of that, once somebody kicked me in the butt and told me to quit talking about it and jump in and trade it, I won't mention which female on this group was the one that did that to me. I was very good at calling out the good trades. I just wasn't taking them. You know,
I remember that.
So she chewed my butt out about it. So, you know, and I like that.
Because I knew you had this Mark in you.
Well, I had intellectual knowledge of it, right? I understand how it works. Makes sense, right?
And I'm like, capitalize on it. You know, you're there.
Well, look at James. He's doing the 2-minute EWO in the pre-market with the stocks that he trades every day. And he trades the same thing regularly, so he knows how it behaves, right? You can predict what's going to happen almost to it before it happens most of the time, right? And that's the beauty of when you trade the same things over and over again. You learn how they react to things. Not that you could guarantee any movement, but you become familiar with it, right?
An educated wish.
Yeah, right. It is. And look how it's working out for you. I know you had a bad day the other day.
Head, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff in your head. Why not just chop it down? You know? And if you're just doing one stock, you know what I mean? That takes a lot of guesswork out of stuff.
Well, and not only that, your chart's more accurate when you trade less things. Because not only do you take the time to start with a historical charting, you know, you're looking back at the history, but when you're working that chart day after day after day, and you see them levels getting hit and stopping at that line or whatever day after day, how much more confident does that make you? I mean, I'm almost a braggart when I'm talking about, when I'm looking at the ES charts, when I'm talking about the gold charts, when I'm talking about the platinum charts, when I'm talking about the oil charts, right? And somewhat with Euro, because I trade them all the time. And I'll be calling out the levels. I said, well, I'll look at the L2. I said, this is coming down right here. It's going to hit that. Most of the time it does. I mean, obviously people can throw orders in the L2, right? But it's just like, dang, boy, am I good. I told you exactly where that was good. Just like Coach, and just like any belt. Nana does it, right? She can tell you on SPY, and everybody has their ones they like, and they can pretty much tell you. Palm does it all the time, right? So there's no reason to trade 100 things. Yeah. Get those few things under your belt. And when you see that you did a good job charting, or you may need to tweak it here and there, and then every day you're trading that, or multiple times a week, and it keeps hitting them historical levels that you have drawn yourself on that chart. I'll tell you what, that boosts your confidence more than anything. I can predict where it's going to go, right, kind of thing. Again, I'm over exaggerating for effect, but it does give you that confidence that nothing else really can.
It really does.
Well, and that's I'm starting to get to where the lines that I draw out, whenever it gets close to them, I can tell how far over it may bleed before it's either going to break it or pull back.
Yeah.
Because you've learned its habits, what it normally does.
Oh, and Miss Callie wants to come up if you post the link again.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is it's uncanny when the lines that you draw on your chart, when you see the candle come to it and it actually slows down right before it hits it. That also helps your confidence. So you can see it happen before it happens. So that's the key. I know you had a bad day the other day, right? You had a mechanical error or something.
Yeah, that was
huge. But you'll build that back up because you have that confidence with the one that you trade now, right? So you'll get it back. You don't want to swing for the fences and try to get it all back in one day, because then you'll end up just wrecking it, right, and end up further behind. So little by little, you'll get it back. It won't be that big of a deal, right?
Well, that's the difference between then and now, and the screen time I put in on TSLL.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad loss. It hurt, but I'm not in the fetal position crying about it, because I know exactly what happened. I know what I did. I can journal it. I can correct it. I can get it back. And
you're confident in your charts now.
Right.
That's just something nobody can give you, right? We can teach you how to chart, different ways to chart, right? We can get 3 or 4 people and show you different ways of doing a stock chart. Everybody has their own little things they do, right? Things I do, Eric doesn't do. And things Eric does, I don't want to spend the time doing, but it works great if you would, right? Because his charts are killer. But
and let's not even bring Sergio into it.
Yeah. So it's just all these little things. And when you realize that if you listen to coach's rules, they're there for a reason. And when you realize that rule just saved your butt, again, it just gives you more confidence day by day by day. And that's not something you get overnight, right? We're trying to teach you a skill that you'll acquire over time that nobody can take away, right? So anyhow,
we got
enough about my favorite subject, me.
Well, I gotta ask real quick. New setup. I'm kind of getting a feeling I might have to change this camera thing. Otherwise, it feels like y'all are looking at my nose.
Yeah.
But I trimmed, so you're welcome.
Yeah,
hey,
my
Callie.
camera's up too high, so it looks like I'm looking down all the time.
If I put it up on top of my main monitor, my speakers are in the smaller monitor, so I don't know if that's going to cause that, mark echo.
Just try it and find out. That's all you can do. Hey, Callie, your house is on fire.
What are you doing smoking, young lady?
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Closet.
Anyway, sounds good though.
Oh yeah, you sound good.
I don't know. I haven't had anything with an external webcam in so long.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it looks good.
For sure.
Hi, Callie.
So what's up, honey? Did you have a question for Mark?
No, I just started reading up on things. Getting more knowledge. That's about it.
You're awesome. It's good to see you.
I'm glad to see y'all too. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear her voice coming in. It's gonna be like this sexy, sultry voice now. Watch, it's gonna be nice and deep.
Yeah, you can hear the difference every week now.
Yep.
Getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
How
sweetheart.
you been doing? How you been doing?
Better.
You been trading?
No, I ain't been trading. Still waking up hurting in the mornings. It's like I gotta take my pain medicine and go back to sleep until it kicks in.
Well, yeah, you want to make sure you have a clear mind if you're going to trade,
Yeah.
right? So you're making a wise decision by not doing that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it is good to see you, Miss Thing. Hot Mike Mama. All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and let Mark go. How's your headache, Mark? You good?
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. What was it? I wasn't even watching the chat. I didn't click the thing there. Oh, Ralph's down there, JP and Eric. Eric, let's go.
Let's go, Eric.
Can y'all hear him? And y'all can't hear me on the floor.
Yeah, we hear you, Kelly.
Yeah, we hear you.
I hear you.
No,
PW.
he's on the floor talking, right? He's in chat. How come I can't talk to y'all in chat?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, I see you in there now. I didn't click the chat button, so it was hidden. Wasn't even paying attention. I don't know if anybody asked any questions or not. I wasn't paying attention.
Got it on now.
I didn't see any. I was looking a little bit, but
good.
You have to trade with discipline. Yeah, Ralph was talking about you have to trade with discipline. Yep.
You do.
Hey, Don.
You're welcome, PW. Yes, ma'am.
You tried those really strong glasses at Walmart. You know, maybe that'll help you. I think they're like 2.5s or 275s.
Yeah, but what I have glasses doesn't, because I have glasses. What I have glasses doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like something on the lens of my eye that just glasses just magnifies it. Not in a worse way. It magnifies what I can see a little bit clearer, but it's the problem is still there, even with the glasses on.
Whiskey.
Well, there's Mustang Chris.
Mustang, what's up, brother?
What's up? I haven't seen him for a while. I mean, I see him in here once in a while. Still
out on the road.
Darn Cricket, what's up, brother?
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am. What is that?
And my son are going on vacation together. What do y'all recommend?
You said you and your son are going on vacation together? And what do we recommend as far as what? Where to go?
Where there ain't no shooting.
Well, that leaves Texas out.
Leaves Ohio out.
Well,
leave Chicago out.
There's more two people together. There's going to be crime somewhere. I wouldn't worry about it.
Going somewhere tropical, like, you know, I mean, Honduras, Bahamas, something like that.
Virgin Islands. Don't even need a passport.
Virgin Islands, yeah.
I don't think we were going to fly anywhere. We might be able to. I'll ask him. He doesn't.
See, you fix that with whiskey.
James is on the whiskey.
You get him on the plane, he'll sleep right through it.
He don't drink and I don't drink either, so that might be a problem.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Beer then. It doesn't have any alcohol in it.
Well, Mark, that was amazing, man. Thank you for coming on and dropping some nuggets for us.
Well, we
tonight.
serve fresh batches of Kool-Aid every day over to Futures. You want to come over and drink some of the Kool-Aid? Come on over.
No, sir. No.
Question mark.
You can't tell me that if I suck at trading shares, I'll suck at trading futures, and
Yes,
then
you
offer
will.
me Kool-Aid. That's just
Well,
that ain't right.
Well, when you get good at trading your shares, you're getting there. You're getting consistency. So you'll be there before you know it. What's up,
Right.
Callie? What was your
I
question?
want some orange.
Can I find the IPOs for y'all?
Yeah, you do. One of them ran today too. Did
Oh,
you know
she's
that?
talking about in futures. Are there any IPOs in futures?
No. They're a commodity. They're not a stock. They're a commodity. There's no IPOs on that. It's only stocks, IPOs. You're buying a corporation. You're not buying a commodity like futures are. So.
Or buying an industry.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're buying a sector, your stuff. So. Yeah, IPO is only for individual stocks, individual corporations.
Okay. So with the ones in y'all do y'all any good?
Yeah, we look at them every day, the IPOs you do. Yeah, today it made people money, one of your IPOs.
Finally come out. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. What was that one that came out today? DIDHA or something like that. DEIH something or whatever. One of them, something like that, ran today. I heard talking about it. So
CLC.
Something like that.
HC.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those IPOs are part of the paid membership, and yeah, and that's part of the paid membership, right? Paid members. That's one of the benefits is you get to play IPOs. If that's your thing, if that's your kind of jam. So, all right, whatever. Anybody else got any other questions then?
I don't think they do, Mark. Mark, thank you so much. Because I know you didn't feel up to it, but you did it anyway. You always hook me up. Thank you, brother.
I'm afraid of you.
Nothing to be afraid over here about yet.
How many steps is it across your lawn?
I'm coming for you. I am coming for you.
All right. I think I might sleep in.
My brother.
I think I might try to sleep in the morning. I know I won't, but
good luck with that.
I did all right today. Yeah, I wake up. I just get up on it. I think I'm gonna relax. Well, I don't know. Do I ever relax? I don't know. I'm gonna take it easy a little bit tomorrow. So.
Hey, Don, can you see my earrings? You probably can't.
You see something dangling, but you can't really see them.
Yeah.
Maybe a full screen you could, maybe.
They're
let me see if I can't.
Made out of that bone in Alaska.
Lean in towards your camera real close. Stick your hand away, lean in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
it is a bone. Yeah.
That's cute.
From some kind of animal in Alaska. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My daughter got them for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she knows. Well, she went to. Maybe we should go to Alaska.
Beautiful there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. My husband would be mad.
I'd like to go. I'd like to take the cruise and the train all the way across also there. Take a cruise train thing, the deal they got. But the wife don't want to go anywhere cold, so we ain't going to Alaska.
She said the hell with that.
Yeah, she did.
So I got a surprise for you guys. Let me share my screen real quick just before we go. Just to show you what we got going on tomorrow, courtesy of James L. Where do you see this, James? Let's see here. Share my screen. Look at that, bud.
Jeopardy.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that. right? So all we got to do is pick one, click on it. All those questions and responses are loaded in up under these amounts.
Wow.
So I spent the day setting that up. So tomorrow on Trivia Tuesday, courtesy of James L., we are going to play Stock Market Jeopardy.
Cool.
Wait,
Yeah,
I get team 3.
Huh?
I get team 3.
Team 3. Oh, right. So we're going to need a couple of people to come up on the panel. We're going to need 3 people to come up on the panel. Right?
I'm here already.
Right?
I need a team. So whoever wants to be on
Well, you know, I can't be there on Tuesday night, so.
Well, really, the team is one person. So I know. Damn, Mark. Oh, shit. Well, it's not like we have to do it just on Tuesday, right? We could do it another night. So that'll be fun. But thank you for those questions and responses and answers, James. I loaded them in, and we'll play this tomorrow.
Well, and I've also got the Wheel of Fortune. You might have to walk me how to do the screen share thing if you want to take a look at it too.
Okay.
Next week or another week.
We could do it next week.
Screen.
Tuesdays, you can make. No, he won't be available Wednesday night either.
Who?
Hey, Callie, your curtains are on fire again.
Oh my God, Mark, you are crazy.
Come on, Callie. Suck it up, Buttercup. Beat that.
All right. So what do you have that loaded in or?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I don't mind pushing the Jeopardy back till next Tuesday if you want to do that tomorrow, if you had already planned on doing it.
Oh, Jeopardy's cool.
Even got little sounds.
R. Oh, 3 R's. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Forgot to spin the wheel.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
sure. Anyway. Yeah, figures.
So yeah, we're gonna have some fun this month on the Tuesday trivia.
Yeah, it beats writing things out by hand, right?
It does. Actually.
Keep the flow moving and everything.
Between that and the 2 truths and the lie that Maria puts up for us, that's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be really awesome.
Yeah,
who's player 2?
And actually watch some Wheel of Fortune so I can remember how it's played.
Mm-hmm. So James, you'll host the Wheel of Fortune. I'll host the Jeopardy. Maybe we can get Maria up here to do the 2 truths and a lie.
Well, Eric already volunteered to throw himself under the bus tomorrow.
Did he?
Yep. I got
Wheel of Fortune?
I didn't hear you.
For Wheel of Fortune, he's coming to play?
No. I didn't say what game. I just said I needed some guinea pigs tomorrow.
Oh, man. Eric, we got to get you up here for a Mindset Monday, bud. What about next week? DM me. Let me know if you can do it. All right, man. Everybody have a fantastic night. Go get some rest. Callie, go rest your voice. Get ready for tomorrow. And Mark, thank you so much for being you, brother. And I'm so proud of you. Keep smashing it. And yeah, everybody out there, watch this back, right? Watch this back. Get those nuggets. If you weren't listening to the sound of his voice, right? Get those nuggets. I'm going to go ahead and end with what we offer so that people can figure out how to get to American Dream Trading. The link is posted in the top of the chat and also in the description of the video, americandreamtrading.com, so that you can go ahead and get signed up. But Coach is going to tell us what memberships we offer. Other than that, everybody down in the chat, have a good night. Come in here tomorrow. Be prepared to work that brain on Trivia Tuesday. All right. Have a good night, y'all.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
What's up?
Ain't tomorrow Wednesday?
Nope.
Tuesday.
No,
Tuesday.
tomorrow's Tuesday, honey.
Yep, today's Sunday.
Y'all have a good night.
Have you know, Mark? I threw coffee on my floor.
You wasted perfectly good coffee.
Oh man, that's blasphemous to Mark.
You drink it cold, still coffee.
I know. I had to really think about it hard. Yeah.
Jen drinks it cold. She orders cold brew all the time.
I do too. I do it all the time. I just drink it cold because I'm too lazy to put it in the microwave or heat it up. See you, bye.
Dude, I can't stand. See you, bye.
Hey, bye.
You guys want to head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up at least for the free Discord. Make sure within the first 24 hours you verify your account. You will get an email from us to make sure you verify your account, or the system will kick you off thinking you are spam. You guys can get into our premium membership at $125 a month. With that, you'll get access to the membership lounge, which we have an open microphone where you can ask any questions all day from 8:45 until 4 o'clock. You guys will get all the hot stock picks, which we've already posted and have already been making money on this morning. You'll get the pre-market setup, which will give you key critical areas at the opening bell and throughout the day. The IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will have access to those. Any earnings that are coming out, and of course, our videos on demand. We have 11 full training videos to get you started. Things like the 2-minute EWO, day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, etc., all inside of our premium membership for $125 a month. When you guys are ready to upgrade, I highly recommend, regardless of how much experience you have, signing up for the VIP membership starting at $500 a month. With that, you'll get the pre-market access starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. You guys will get access to the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put one of those on every month, and the previous recorded sessions. You guys will get the VIP training videos. We have over 50 advanced training videos for you, and the Trading View indicators. If you have a VIP, you can upgrade to the gold add-on, which is an additional $250 a month. You can get the mastermind classes, 1 hour of tech support. If you need us to remote in and help you get your charts, etc., set up, we can do that for you. You'll get weekend training every Saturday at 11 o'clock. You'll get the VIP Gold Lounge access, priority help desk support, our news service, which is worth its weight in gold just for that. You'll get all the breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. Everything, of course, for you as a gold member will be recorded. So if you are gold for crypto, futures, or stocks and options, all the sessions will be recorded for you. And of course, you'll get our exciting live Apple chat. We've got David over there in the mornings showing you exactly what he's doing with the 2-minute EWO and just the Apple, which is one of our amazing strategies that you guys will learn here. So we have our futures membership, our regular futures membership starting at $250 a month, which the futures is going on right now. They are, again, just like us, every day with a live open microphone from 8:45 to 4 o'clock every single day. You'll get all the futures education, all of the training videos, the futures lounge. The Trading View indicators are actually included with the futures memberships that start at $250, and of course, all of the extra Zoom classes when they have them. Crypto is the same thing. If you guys want to jump into the crypto, that one now is also $250 a month and includes the Trading View indicators. Same thing, all the training videos, anytime that the Zoom sessions are available. Now, the Zoom sessions for crypto is a little different just because it's a 24-hour, so we try to bounce that one around. So you get different time and different events. We are always posting those. So you guys make sure you take advantage. And of course, a Diamond Lifetime membership. With that, you get everything. Unlimited, lifetime access, all of our membership services, meaning anything that I create. Platinum's coming up, you'll have access to it. And I believe that's going to be $1,000 a month. Diamond, you'll get access to that. It'll just be $20,000. You guys want to head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up. You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.